Today I'm going to be doing something really interesting for those of you who want to know what a tarot practitioner does for themselves. I have here a tarot sticker book that has all of the tarot stickers for journaling or whatever use you might have. I use it for my journal. And there's lots of different journals you can find. And in this particular journal, we have 3-card spreads, 4-card spreads. We even have the Celtic cross spread in here for bigger readings. And then I think, trying to find, those are design spreads back there. And it also comes with stickers with this edition as well. Has the meanings back here if you're still learning, which I really think that's pretty cool. So here's a 1-card spread, and I will show you how I would do this. First, select the deck of your choice. This is one of my favorites, so I'll be taking my time, just really thinking what this message has for me today. Maybe this will inspire you. It doesn't have to be a fancy journal like this. It can just be a notebook. It can be, just a notebook, paper, spiral notebook that you put in. Okay, so for me today, I've pulled the King of Pentacles. So I'm going to walk you through how I would journal that. So down here, I look in my sticker books at the bottom, and the King of Pentacles is here. So I'm going to peel that sticker off. And it's hard to see, but the words are down the very, very bottom of the sticker. It tells you. And then I place my sticker in my spot. And I write the date. Today is the 11th. The moon phase is full. And the deck used, this is the Secrets of the Witch's Garden. And I didn't use this significator card. That would just be if I used a card to represent the self. And for the question, I was just asking, what do I need to hear today? Okay, so if you follow my readings that I do daily and you see my daily cards, you could even start jotting down those and writing down what you see as your message on there. And you could keep track of, what you would like to say or keep track of. So here it says first impressions. So because I know a lot about the cards already, keep the king here and we can look. So be thinking, okay, what do you see in this card? Well, I see someone who's very happy. It's a king. So he is in his throne. He's very content. There's a lot of material things in this world of his, enough to where he can have wine and food and have some income there. So for me, it's security. That's what comes to mind. And prosperity and abundance. Okay, and then what I do is usually I think when it's a self reading, I think about how this represents me. And then if it doesn't represent me, I think, okay, how can that represent someone I know? And so for me, I'm going to think, okay, well, I have been thinking about, where would I feel the most content? I would like to feel like this in my life. So how am I going to achieve those things? And that's what I'm going to kind of go through the process and reflect on later. So I'm going to point it towards myself today. It could represent another person, but this has definitely been on my mind to have more comforts in life. So we'll go through the interpretation and then the keywords. And if you don't know the cards as well, a lot of tarot decks come with a book. So, you know, you can look it up and I'll show you where those would be. So here we go. It tells you a little, this particular, first of all, this is a beautiful deck and book. Sasha Graham is, I love her. I can't say enough good things about her and her writing and her views of the cards. So it tells you down here, the King of Pentacles rearranges the molecules of the universe to usher growth and manifestation. So I'm going to add manifestation in here. Okay. He is the stability of the physical world. So I'm going to write down stability in the keywords, because that's something, to me, it's kind of like security, but I hadn't thought about it as a stable system there. So we did talk about the bounty of the earth. We talked about the fruits. So consider your physical self. And I did reflect on myself and how it can be used to your advantage. So, pardon me. I'm going to write reflect on self. I'm not writing complete sentences. This is just a journal. So you can do it however you want. Recall how your young life was physical. You can think about your childhood and all of that. Embrace the power of touch, the gift of sense pleasure. Embrace your physicality. And then here they give a full illustration of the card in the book. I'll do a walkthrough of this deck on another video. So this tells you right here, wealth and abundance. So we talked about abundance there. Wealth, abundance, and financial growth. So I'm going to put that here. And I'll explain why I put that there at the very end. And then down here it says having excellent business aptitude. So I'm going to write business aptitude here. And it just says to protect yourself through wise decisions. So when I look at all of these, what do I need to hear today? And I reflect on what I'm seeing in the card and what my intuition's telling me. My reflection is that I need to focus and be willing to have more stability and financial growth. And so for me personally, I'm looking at it as, how can I use my gifts? So how my gifts can lead to more abundance. Squeeze it in there. And security. Okay, so now I have this for the day here, and I mark my page. So when I'm ready to do another one card reading, I can put that in my journal. And it's a good practice, because you can go back and you can look. You know, you can look back on ones you've done in the past and say, oh, okay, well, this was back the other day, or you know, depending on how often you do it. And you can even put little sticky tabs, you know, for what type of readings you're doing. And they give you so many suggestions in here. But again, it's totally fine to just use a spiral notebook like this. You know, you can just put the stickers directly on the paper and write, you know. It doesn't have to be fancy. It can just be simple. So I hope that helped you today with our King of Pentacles and my self-reflection. I know he helped me today. And that's all for now.